The psychology of not needing validation from no one. In other words, the psychology of not giving a fuck. The psychology of not giving a single fuck about what this world is doing, about what this world wants you to do. It's a quote, right, that say it's best to be in the world but not of the world. So we in earth, we on earth. We know we living here, right? But this shit don't move me. For example, I be having to keep that in my mind every day because I make content talking about the Matrix. I decided to make this decision to talk about Matrix 3D construct topics as far as shit that go on in like entertainment business and stuff like that, right? In rap industries and in different streaming industries and internet stuff. So I'm making content and making I'm not gonna say making a living off that, but making income off of that, right? I have to separate myself from that shit because there's a whole world of people that tie themselves energetically to that shit and wholeheartedly, like they really care about it. I'm not gonna say I don't care about it, but it's not to the extent that they do. Like it would affect their immediate life. That's how much they care about it. I care about it as much as to where I know at one time I was young and I was watching these people blindly. So I'm like, let me be a face of influence to where it's like you could ground yourself when you come across my page, not getting lost in celebrity world. Like it wake your ass back up. You feel me? My page is like the reset, pioneer reset page, right? I'm not going too crazy like your third eye. But at the same time, let you know like, yo, think about it. Think about it. I'm tapping your conscious. So the reason why you don't need validation and you shouldn't look for validation from anybody is because niggas will take your energy, bro. The moment you looking for something to, it's like you trying to look for a rope to grab, and a nigga throw the rope out, and that's your validation. You like, oh shit, he threw a rope, and as you try to grab a rope, he snatched that motherfucker. That's what it is when you look for people. Like that's how much power people have over you. Let's just say you're drowning. There's a rock. You can hold on to a rock. You can try to swim to shore. You can try to look for a off-scale rope. But somebody like, hey, come over here. Look, I got a rope for you. It's quick. It's right there. You don't got to look for your way out no more. Whole time might have been a rope right behind you. But you can grab up and get up on your own. You don't need nobody. But you listening to these people that's telling you, hey, bro, do this, wear this, say this, talk like this, think like this. You jump over there to grab a rope and that nigga snatch the rope like, you would never be as good as this. Or you would never, you know what I'm saying? Or next week the rope switches. So it's like, I feel like, bro, society is very wishy-washy and they follow whatever is, like they just follow whatever, you know. So it's no point of crashing out for a bunch of bots and people that don't even think for themselves. And what do I mean by crashing out? Selling your own soul. What I mean by selling your own soul? Going against what you want to do on a day-to-day basis, not saying how you feel, not expressing yourself, changing your opinion to try to dodge the confrontation. Like when I make content, right? So I got a bunch of people every day speaking on my life and or speaking on my opinions or speaking on how I carry myself, speaking on every single thing. They speak on my hair, my lips, my clothes, my locks, everything I do, right? So it's like, and this happens on a grand scale of people who make videos on the internet. But even when you don't make videos and you don't have comments, you just on the internet looking at people comments, you just on the internet watching people videos. This is inspiring you, bro. And if you don't have enough discernment or you wasn't taught to exist just within your own identity, this eludes you. And it's not just an internet thing, because before the internet, you had the cool kids and I'm trying to break it down in a good way. You know, I'm trying to do multiple things at one time. It's probably why I'm butchering myself a little bit. But I'm just making a thumbnail right now. Nothing too much. I'm just making a little thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Slow month, y'all, but it's still a beautiful month. It's still a beautiful opportunity in the world. So and I'm making videos, I'm making content every day, and it's been a terrible month for me for social media, and I'm still making content every day because I just know the end goal, end game. Like I seen somebody like, oh, it's like slave work, growing pages and growing on TikTok and growing on this, but it's like, yo, that is nothing compared to going a job, bro. Are you serious? Like you can never compare that. I don't care what nobody say, bro. You can never compare that shit. But so boom, right? So people judge you even before social media, or people would be like, bro, they used to roast you when you ain't had the freshest J's. You come to school with some fake Jordans, they be like, oh, like But in this, even outside of school, at your corporate job, if you go to your corporate job with a new car, they gonna be, you know what I'm saying, might try to get you fired. If you go to a corporate job and you tell them about your baby mama drama or something, now the boss, like, bro, it's always people impeding on how you should and why you should do things, how you should do things. Like, I remember when I had not my first job, when I turned 18, I got hired at Home Depot. And I'm telling him my whole life, I'm like, bro, I just got this car, this and that. And nigga, he end up cutting my hours after that shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that was crazy. You know, an older black man, too. He wasn't that older, but, like, he really was just a washed out ass nigga in his, like, late 30s, early 30s. You know what I'm saying? A washed ass nigga working at Home Depot type shit. So, boom. The nigga was hating on a young nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to catch my little stride, you feel me? But I'm doing what I want damn near. Like, I'm treating it whatever. That shit wasn't that professional to where they had to do it like that. It's fucking Home Depot. But these niggas, these manager companies and these little, you know how that shit be. 2019, that was my last job, bro. Well, I work gig work. It's like Uber, Amazon, Uber Eats, shit like that. I've been doing that for 5 years. But before that, I was working at Home Depot, Togo. So I done worked at all these jobs. And I realized, bro, the same people you listening to that might be trying to give you instructions, you wouldn't trade places with them. You wouldn't trade lives from the motherfuckers that you want validation from or that you want respect from. Like, I'm about to go on a trip by myself today. I'm about to go catch a flight by myself, bro. I don't need no validation of having my friends with me and all this shit. Like, it's cool if they come here, we can have some, we just be chill. But, bro, did I expect to go on the trip by myself? No. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going, and I'm going through with it. And it's probably going to be one of the better trips I had in my life because I'm on my own timing. I completely erase myself from validation because usually I like to shoot a music video or do some content, so I be needing somebody to hold the camera for real. That's really why I need people when I travel. But it's unconventional ways of getting around that. I'm about to order me an iPhone mount, start certain shit so I can start traveling and doing shit on my own. Cause I went to Malibu 2022 by myself. I went to LA and took a trip by myself. I spent way too much. I spent like 2 bands. You know what I'm saying? I ain't spending that much this time, man. I spent like 500. You know, it's 500-600 because I'm smarter now. But like when I was young, nigga, I took a trip. I'm buying $500 B&B, $500 rental, and I was younger too, so I didn't have as much access to shit now. But now it's like shit be cheap for real, like especially if you know how to budget your cheese. Like take a trip, invest into yourself, you know. But yeah, though, man. What I'm saying is, don't ever live for nobody validation. And the moment you start not giving a fuck, like Catch Up Glizzer merch is out now, man. I got the white colors coming soon, but so far we got the black Tap Man. We got medium, small, large. Lock in, man.